Do we have a name for this podcast yet?
I was just thinking Skiddy and Kelu Show.
Good as it can get.
All right, everybody, what's going on, Skiddy? We got the Skiddy and Kelu Show, episode 1.
We're back.
We've
We're here for the first time.
yeah, something we've been putting quite a bit of preparation into, so I'm very excited to get it going. It's been a thought process for a while, but now it's more than that. But yeah, last time we saw each other, we were both in America, and now we both live in different countries. How about that? But yeah,
Oh,
how's Italy been? Florence. I was in Florence last year. Are the guys that sell a bunch of fake football shirts on towels, are they still there? Because they're the backbone of Florentine society, in my humble opinion.
well, I think they're going to be getting a bunch of business in the next few weeks whenever the Olympics start up here. Everyone I'm
Of
talking to is
course.
like, "Oh my God, are you going?" It's big. I know a few people in my house that are going to like the opening ceremony. It should be really cool. But this whole last week, I've just been traveling around Italy.
That's awesome.
Um, Me getting there was kind of a whole ordeal. Like I was supposed to get dropped off in Florence. My plane was from Boston. We had a 2 hour layover on the plane. Amazing. And then that made me miss my layover. I was stuck in Schiphol. Is that how you pronounce it? In Amsterdam?
That's my favorite
Schiphol?
airport, by the way. I've been to 41 airports. I don't know how you say it either, but Schiphol, number one. Elite airport.
No, it's just a clean Atlanta. That's why I like it.
Bit of an oxymoron, that clean Atlanta, but I see what you mean.
Exactly. So got there. I was there for like 4 hours. My breakfast was like a beer and a banana. And I walked
Breakfast of
around the
champions.
airport for exactly. I had to get off the ground somehow. And then when we landed, I thought we were in Florence, and they said, "Okay, on the intercom, you're in Pisa now. You
Oh
take a
yeah,
bus to Florence." And I still had to be in Rome that night, so I took my bus to Florence. I'd been up for over a day at this point, so I was almost falling asleep on the bus, but I was solo, so I couldn't just sleep on the guy's shoulder next to me. Make it to the train to Rome. Everything was fine after that. Got to see the Colosseum and the Vatican the next day. That was really cool. Hadn't seen either of them before.
yeah. When I went to Florence, because I had a
That's
friend
why.
who was living there last year. He was doing you're doing his study abroad. So I think I was in Norway, and I flew from Norway to Rome. Then I think I took the train from Rome to Milan, then from Milan to Florence. And I remember for whatever reason, the day I arrived, there was like this massive like Cub Scout convention, like in Italy for some every single train station I went to was just full of Italian children in Cub Scout uniforms, and I reached a point. I had like 2 hours in Rome, and I kind of
Wait, is it
explored.
only American? Were they all American, or are
No,
they all over?
they were all Italian. I don't know if it's like the Italian equivalent of Cub Scouts, whatever it is, but they were legit wearing like, and the leaders had the full uniforms on too. I wonder if the Italian Cub Scouts also have that whole like, um, abuse problem. I didn't ask, I didn't really get the chance to, but I was in Rome for like two
International
hours.
affairs?
I just kind of walked around for a bit, but then my train came in early, so I had to get back to the station. And there's like legit like picture like the train station in Rome, just the entire floor. It's just like Cub Scouts, just like sitting, sleeping, whatever. So I'm like hurtling over Cub Scouts. I'm turned to Prime Sequel and Barkley, and I made my train. I got to Florence, but my friend he said he would always fly to Pisa because it's a lot cheaper. So no, it makes sense that you did that because trains in Italy are pretty sick. I love a good Italian
Oh, yeah,
train.
it's a whole industry. I had to read a whole book about the trains of Italy before I got out here. Pretty cool stuff. I still haven't seen any gypsies yet. Apparently, they're always beckoning and like begging for money. I feel like right there with their whole families, but we'll see them sometime soon. Maybe Dylan will be with them, but
We'll have to bring
that's
him
a
over.
good
Have to
buddy
bring
of
him over
ours.
for the Romany touch. But yeah, I've
I texted him recently. He just crossed the equator, apparently,
oh
but
yeah, he's on a boat. We should do a segment where check in with Dylan. We should make that a recurring segment. Like maybe next time we'll try and get him on a call. Be like, yo, where in the world are you?
get him on the Starlink, get him some Wi-Fi.
I had
Uh,
university yesterday, and I gave a 10-minute
mm.
presentation about the cultural impact of Die Hard.
Oh, classic. What's Christmas without Die Hard?
I think Die Hard's a Christmas film. I do because the thing is,
It is.
the whole point of the film is it's about family. It takes place on Christmas Eve at a Christmas party. What else do you need? Any other setting, that would be a Christmas film, but just because a guy kills 12 Germans, it's not. Make it make sense.
This is all in the Christmas spirit.
I I would watch it year round though. But then again, I listen to "Let It Be Christmas" by Alan Jackson year round because it's just an incredible song. So every now and then, a piece of media sends what it is. That's what we were doing because I'm studying media. So the assignment was to just research any piece of media. So this we couldn't just research it in itself, but we had to research the historical context, what was going on when this piece of media was created. So this one girl was researching Friends. So she had to research what was going on from 1994 to 2004 in America. So she goes, "Oh, I'll ask Luke. He's American because I'm like the only American at my school. It's not like you when you're studying abroad and the whole city's full of Americans. I'm like the token American. So everyone's asking me the questions. She goes, Luke, what was going on in America from 1994 to 2004? And the lecturer goes, I can think of one pretty big event that happened in America in the early 2000s. I said, yeah, the Red Sox win the World Series in '04. And he goes,
Let's go.
he goes, he goes, no, I was thinking 9/11. And he kind of killed the vibe. I was with the tell everyone like Trot Nixon and the bloody sock and shit, and then he just brought up 9/11. But I've done that, and so
The 3-0 comeback.
I'm not gonna act like I haven't done that in social settings. I'm not gonna act like I'm above that. So you live and you learn.
For sure.
I
Oh,
also
I saw a
no, sorry, go on.
oh, I saw so we went to this town of Assisi. It's like a actual like medieval like preserved city. Like the whole city's like walled in like a fortress.
Okay.
And for the first time in 800 years, they opened up this guy St. Peter's tomb. Or sorry, St. Francis, his tomb to the public, and we got to see that.
Wait,
I
of
was like, that's
Assisi?
fucking Assisi,
You
yes.
saw Fran? Dude,
I've heard,
that's my family's patron saint.
dude.
Both
I
my
got to see it.
brothers, my grandfather, my like half my family's middle name is Francis, and then both my brothers and my grandfather, their confirmation name was Francis. I chose Maximin because I'm different. Because there was this winger on Newcastle named Alon Saint Maximin, and I really liked him, so I picked him as my patron saint because I didn't know any other ones. But dude, you saw Saint Francis's tomb? I'm out here talking
Dude,
about
yeah.
low four Red Sox, and you're
Oh,
out here seeing literally Saint Francis. That's insane. What was it like?
so we got the, because his chapel, I didn't know it had at one point it like a earthquake had like taken down the upper half because in Italy, of course, it's such an Italian thing. They have churches inside churches because obviously. So the bottom half is like it's like a incredible church. It's all this art. I forget who they said. It might have been, it was either Brunelleschi or Rembrandt. No, it wasn't. That's too late. So basically, he was like the patron saint of like he tried to live his life like Jesus, so he didn't have many earthly possessions. But
Okay.
after his passing, he got so many donations and fundings to his church, and like these artists would just do all the artwork free commission. They just wanted to do it to have like a space to display their art and like to honor the saints. So there's like all this beautiful stuff on the scene. Like the paint, she said, is lapis lazuli mixed with egg yolk. That's how they got the blue for the sky. I was like, that's
Damn,
kind of crazy.
that's pretty cool.
And then you and then she said, okay, everyone be respectful. We're about to go visit the tomb. And you go downstairs, and it's a little chapel. They have like the two-seat pews on each side. There's like 4 rows of them. And then you walk straight. It's a picture of St. Francis. There's some flowers. You can't see his actual tomb because he's buried under the underground segment. And it's like a metal cage, like a pillar in the center. And we walked around for the first time in a while. Like I'm a confirmed Christian, but I'm not like a hyper Christian
Yeah.
guy. I was like, I got down there and you feel a presence. It's like I don't even know how to describe it. It's just like an overwhelming presence that you feel in the room. It kind of uplifts you. I walked around and I saw like a nun right up next to the cage, like praying with her rosary to St. Francis. And I was like, this is powerful stuff. It's really cool. And you
Yeah, I
go upstairs and it's like his
sorry.
whole life story is in the second church upstairs.
I felt that when I went to Sagrada Familia in Barcelona, and my family's quite religious. I'm not personally. I'm nothing against it. It's just not something I believe myself. But I definitely felt that. Like when I went to Sagrada Familia, I know what you mean, and I'm someone who's not religious. So I thought, if this is how I feel, imagine how this could resonate with someone that this is kind of like this is what it means to them, I guess. But no, I love that you've already seen that. You've already when did you get there? How long you been in Italy for?
So I got in Italy. It would be last. I've been here for just under 2 weeks now.
Oh, okay, wow.
So all last week I was traveling. I went to Rome. I went to Orvieto, Assisi, Perugia, I've seen more churches in the last week than in my entire life. It's ridiculous. But they all got such like beautiful architecture and painting. It's like, oh yeah, Michelangelo is like buried right there. I was like, wait, what the fuck? I thought we were just walking past like pizzerias a minute ago. And then there's this 400-year-old like art piece that holds Santa Margarita, who's the lady Margarita pizzas are named after. It's like,
Oh
what the?
damn! I've always
It's just
wondered
all
that. I've
it's
always
all
wondered where that came
historical
from.
stuff. Yeah, it was the king at the time's wife. She went to Napoli and came back to Rome with the knowledge of the pizza, and then it was named after the queen at the time, Queen Margherita.
That's pretty cool. So Napoli, obviously, as you probably noticed, soccer's massive in Italy. Napoli, they won the league last year. They're like second league title in 30 years. And there's a Scottish player, Scott McTominay, and he's at Man United, who you probably know, and he wasn't really playing many games. And he came to Napoli, and he's one of the best players in the league. He's tearing it up. He's scoring. He's assisting. Completely changed his game. And he became such a cult hero that like those little like religious shrines you'll see just kind of walking down the street. So they have a lot of those in Naples, like any other city in Italy, and they converted some of the religious shrines into shrines for Scott McTominay. So yeah, no, the connection I've made. That shows how cultured I am. But Italy is cool. I'm looking forward to
He's
going
a
back there and
cult.
seeing you in a bit because it's. I'll be honest, it's probably
Absolutely.
not a place I would have gone to like on my own time. I really went there last year because my friend was living there, but
Mhm.
it was a really fun experience. Not gonna act like it wasn't. It was. I remember the people there were just so just like it's weird because you hear the news like Italy people like protesting American tourists, but all the locals I met were just so chill. Like I was wearing my Liverpool shirt in a restaurant. This was the day we won the Premier League last year, and this one guy just stood up and started singing the song, and we both started singing the Liverpool anthem together. And I remember everyone there just being so happy to be alive, which is the exact energy I like.
Yeah, that's like what they live for. They live to be happy and just like be with their family or the people they love and just have a good time. That's what I like most about them. They're all so friendly. You nailed it.
What do you think the biggest differences between Boston Italians and Italian Italians are? As someone who's from Boston and now
Okay.
lives in Italy, what are some parallels that you can make?
Okay. Well, I know that, well, this is just like a small thing I know. Well, at least in Tuscany, there's no salt in the bread. This is just like a random thing. There's no salt. It's very noticeable, and it's like a historical reason. It's because they were taxed on salt 500 years ago in Tuscany, and so as an act of protest, 500 years later, they still can't put salt in their bread.
I I aspire to have that level of pettiness one day. That would be like if Boston still didn't drink tea because they're British. I love that. I love everything about
Yeah,
that. I've
it's
had the bread
perfect.
there. It's pretty damn good.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What else? Bostonians love their like seltzers and they love their Bud Lights and whatnot. The drink out here is obviously wine. You got to
There's
get your
no Bud
vino
Light in
while you're out
Italy,
here.
dude.
Oh, there's no Bud Lights. I know there's no Bud Heavies either.
I
It's
thought they
kind
had
of
culture.
shell shock.
I have a really
I thought they were the heart
controversial.
of culture, man.
I have a really controversial opinion that
Let's hear it.
you might not agree with it. I think that Boston
Fire away.
has better Italian food than Italy.
Are we talking North End or
Yeah,
all
North End.
Boston?
Like North End, we're talking Regina, we're
Okay.
talking Giacomo's, we're talking like the mom and pop hole in the wall. And by the way, I'm an Irish
Mhm.
Bostonian. I have the Irish flag up there. I'm not even in the Italian lobby. I have no skin in the game. It just I've been to Italy. I'm from Boston. I just think there's more variety in Boston. But as someone with a culinary background who grew up in Boston, lives in Italy now, any thoughts on that?
That's a spicy hot take. Honestly, I've just been having like so much different pasta out here that I don't think they have back in the state. Well, one also they don't like their protein with their pasta. Like if you're gonna get chicken parm, I haven't gotten chicken parm out here yet, but
And
the
chicken
pasta
parm,
and
I
are
could be wrong, but I think
separate
it's more
course.
of like an Americanized recipe.
Yeah, or that and Alfredo. There's no like cream in the Alfredo out here. It's just like butter and cheese, and then they whip it together. Honestly, I like that take. I haven't been out here
Yeah, I'm not
enough
saying you
and
have to give it
haven't
give it
made
opinion back.
Italian
It
food.
was just intriguing to see what you think. Also, I will say, I feel like if you go for an Italian meal anywhere in America, you just feel bloated after and like want to die a little. That's not the case in Italy. You feel good, you're clean, the people are still skinny. They're still very, very
Oh
much like
shit, you're
fit.
freezing. Okay.
Well,
That
it's funny because I feel like the Italian food in Boston and America in general is just so carb heavy that people will be like, oh, I might be 400 pounds. It's okay because I'm Italian. Then you go to Italy, you're like, dude, everyone here is in like marathon shape.
you also notice like the lack of artificial shit. Even the McDonald's here, it doesn't make you as sluggish. Like I feel like I get like fever-like symptoms if I eat Mickey D's in the States. But out here, it's like I feel like I can actually walk back to my crib after. I can actually like do shit after.
Yeah, every
I
time
feel
I
like
go to a new country, I try McDonald's to see what it's like there. Actually, I got back in England on Sunday, and I was very jet lagged to get back to Bristol from London, and I went to McDonald's and I saw the chicken Big Mac was back, and I actually fell to my knees and started crying tears of joy. I don't know. I know you're in the
in
comedy
the
center of the
terminal.
world. I know you're in Florence, and there's a lot of great food there, and you should pursue that. But if you ever have the chance, $2 and chicken Big Mac, that is something. It's very important that you take up
When I
that
get to the
offer.
UK,
Okay,
I
okay.
need to when I'm
We'll
in the
have one. I'll
UK.
take you to one
But
in Bristol. I'll take
one
you to
thing
McDonald's where people get stabbed every week.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
One thing I feel like the States is lacking, which Italy does better. They have chicken wings at their Mickey D's here.
Yes, yes. I went
I'm,
in Portugal and I got the McWings. It was like 6 chicken wings for like a few euro, and they were good. They were legit restaurant quality wings at a McDonald's. Wings at
they're
McDonald's is
crispy.
one of the greatest things ever. I agree.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
How
They
have they done
don't. They don't.
McDonald's better than us? That's what I don't get. Every time I go to another country, it's like we invented it. Surely we should do it better, you know?
They have beers at Five Guys here. Why can't you get the States?
You can get a Guinness on tap on draft at Burger King in Ireland,
Yes,
and we'll be
that's
going to
what I'm
Ireland
looking
soon,
forward
and
to
we're
most.
probably gonna make a vlog, so y'all can see that then. But oh, I love Ireland so much. I've only been once.
I can't wait to go. Dude, it seems like such a great place.
Oh yeah, the trees just sing
I
to you, and that's not when you're on drugs. We have to get a spice bag in Ireland. Like I've been to 21 countries. I've been to 5 continents. I've tried all different types of cuisines. A spice bag from a Chinese restaurant in Dublin is the greatest thing I have ever had the honor of tasting. Easily. Nothing
I know
comes
it's like
close.
an experience.
I've eaten tahini in Moroccan
It's a whole.
villages. I've eaten pasta in the Italian countryside. I've had fish and chips in the finest chippies in southeast England. Nothing come close to the Irish spice bag. Nothing. And they do spice bags in
I heard
England. They're not as good. And I love England. This isn't me trashing England. I live here. I love this country. But it's just
the tier above. Yeah,
I don't
I
know if I should talk it up
you
that much
sold me,
because we're gonna
man.
try them, and I'm probably gonna take you to the same place I had them. So I don't want you to be like, "What the fuck is this?" But I don't think you will.
Well, I feel like don't you have to be drunk to have a spice bag? It's like a condition.
I did
It's
have it
just
stone
like
cold
on
sober,
the
and it was
thing.
still that good. So
Damn.
if you're
Okay,
drunk,
wait. That's actually if you're drunk, it takes it to the next level. I've heard.
I'll be the control sample.
I
But
heard
yeah, no, we'll definitely compare
sample
and
drink
contrast.
for sure.
Anyway,
Hmm.
I prepared a hypothetical. We're each going to give some hypotheticals for us to answer. I prepared one. I believe you may have prepared one as well. Hypothetical situation. It's a bit of a lengthy one, so do your best to listen the best you can. Hypotheticals.
Well,
What would you do if you walked into class one day and Vanilla Ice was your lecturer, and when you ask what you're learning, he says, "What are you learning?" Then he starts crying, punches a hole in the wall, and jumps out of the window. Then the Ecuadorian National Police come running to the room and say, "Donde está Vanilla Ice?" And then you point to the opposite direction, and they say, "That was a social experiment. You're under arrest," in an American accent. And it turns out they weren't from Ecuador, they're from New Mexico, and they put you on a plane to extradite you to a maximum security prison in rural Colorado, except when the plane lands, you're actually in Equatorial Guinea, and the pilot is Samuel L. Jackson, and he says, "Quick pit stop! You gotta help me overthrow the government of Equatorial Guinea!" What would you do in that situation, Skiddy?
I go directly to Guinea to recruit my buddy Laka. He's rowdy. He's from the villages,
Okay,
and he's from the Gambia actually. And I
close
think
enough.
he'd get down with it. Is it sorry? Is it Vanilla Ice the rapper or Vanilla Ice like just a white guy in ice?
It's the rapper. It's the rapper. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Good, good, good. Yeah, no, I have no choice but to topple the government of Equatorial Guinea.
I mean,
That's Samuel Jackson. All
Samuel
right, do
Jackson,
we
one of those guys that
like?
could make you do most things.
Oh yeah, if he just has to curse at me, I'll be on his team in a second. Well, are we like in a regular like plane or are we in a bomber? Because in a
Um,
bomber we
no,
could probably
just
get some
it's
work
like a
just a
transport
regular.
plane. It's like a really big plane with no weapons on it. Yeah.
Okay. Do we have a militia with us, or are we gonna have to recruit them on the
You're gonna
ground?
have to make some homegrown talent signings. You're gonna have to do
Okay.
some scouting
Uh,
on the ground there. Yeah. What
I'm
would you
gonna have to
bring?
adopt their culture.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So obviously you should respect their culture as well, and you should adopt theirs. But what would you introduce from America to any new country? What do you think we do very well that that maybe other people would appreciate?
I'm gonna take inspiration from the original Kong movie. I'm gonna bring booze and I'm gonna bring a pack of smokes. I'm gonna give them to the children, like the village children, so they get addicted to smokes and they
Okay.
have to do whatever I say to get their next pack of smokes. And then I'm gonna say, okay, take this AK-47. We're going to the Capitol. And case in point, we
My
go from there.
My brother knows a guy that he wanted to get into fitness but like couldn't really motivate himself. So every time he went on a run, he would apply a nicotine patch and he'd only apply it when he ran, he'd take it off when he was done. He just ran his third marathon.
That's a fucking lad right there.
I know, so
Mind over matter.
people underestimate the potential that nicotine has on society. And it's always talked about in a bad way. What's bad can also be applied for the good. I genuinely believe that. I think why is it always talked
Palantir
about the bad
now
effects of
has
nicotine?
Palantir now has free vending machines for Velo and Zins to increase productivity and shareholder value.
Oh yeah,
It may be working.
how are the cigarette? Have you used the cigarette vending machines in Italy? 'Cause I remember those were all the rage when I was there.
I've been walking by a few. I saw a few like weed vending machines. Like
Really?
one of my roommates, we were like walking in a crew, and then my roommate goes this way. He's like, "Oh my God, there's buds in there." But I haven't smoked any weed out here either.
No.
But I've had a few cigarettes.
Yeah,
I have
it's part
Marlboro
of the culture.
Reds. And then I met a buddy who's from Belarus, and then he said, "Oh, well, I was just finishing my last pack of smokes. Well, I was drunk, so they didn't count. But I just finished my last one." He's like, "Oh, here you go." He hooked me up with like 8 cigs, and I was like, "You're so kind. Why do you do this, man?" He's like, "Well, I found them on the ground, so they're free, but they were wrapped up, so they're fine. So
Yeah, yeah. If they're
I'll
wrapped
take
up,
3 cigs."
I had Oh, I can't believe I didn't say this yet. We'll get back to the episode after this, but I, I don't want to be too dramatic, right? You know me, I don't like drama. But something happened the other day, and I think it's maybe like top 8 best things to happen to anyone ever. So I went to my local pub, like hours after getting back from the UK, because that's your local pub's your local pub, right? So I
Oh,
walk in with my roommate, and he goes, "Let's go over to the slot machines." I've never played the slot machines before, not once in my life. And he goes, I go, "You know what? New year, new me. What the hell?" He puts in £1, he loses. I go, "You know what? What if we're just one away from the jackpot?" I put in £2. I spin. I win an additional 10 spins. It spins. £20. It spins again. £40. It keeps going. 50, 70, 80. Skiddy, I won £101, my first ever spin on a slot machine
go.
from a £2 coin. And the
A
best bit,
gambler was born that day.
yeah, no,
Let's.
everyone's like, we have cursed you for life. You're gonna think this happens every time. And the best part is because most people, when they go to the slot machine, they don't put in bills. They just put in. In the UK, you have the £1 coins, the £2 coins, and you have the £5 note, £10 note, £20 note, and so on. But most people don't just put a coin or two in and just kind of see their luck. There's not really that big a deal at the pubs, at least, not like a casino. So that means I got £60 in bills, and that was all the bills that the machine had. So now I have a jar with £40 worth of coins. So this is, in my eyes, generational wealth. I will have this forever.
You should go to the strip club just.
Someone on my soccer team made the same exact joke when I told them. I'll go to the one. I'll get thrown out. I'll just like
Good idea.
just hurl the whole jar. They're just lying face down, bleeding. Like, yo, which asshole threw a jar full of 40-pound coins? It's all £1. There might be one £2 coin here, but they're legit all 40-pound coins. Like, it's kind of it's pretty heavy to be honest. But yeah, so
That's awesome.
that's why you should always gamble, kids.
Lock it in.
Anyway,
That's the
I
first
believe
quote
you
of this show.
prepared a debate topic for us.
Uh, I thought I had a hypothetical. Okay.
Oh no,
Okay.
sorry. Yeah, no, you're
So
right.
this is kind of
Share
like,
your
I
hypothetical.
no,
My bad.
I could do either or because I have a good debate
We'll do both.
topic.
We'll do both. So, sorry, we'll
Do
do your
both. Okay.
hypothetical first, then we'll move on to the great debate.
Okay. Would you rather fight two gorilla-sized rats or 10 rat-sized gorillas?
That
So the tiny gorillas have the strength of a gorilla, but you can stomp on them.
okay,
Like they're one shot. But the
okay,
rats, they have the strength of a rat, so they'll kind of scratch at you, but they're the size of a gorilla. You can have you can only have medieval weapons.
okay. So, since being in Bristol, I've seen some of the largest rats I've ever seen. Like these rats are actually the size of a small, well-nourished baby. So, I think rat size. It sounds small in theory, but it isn't always. But then again, I think anything gorilla size would be terrifying. Like
It's the
terrifying.
mental thing.
So I'm taking the
Mhm.
rat-sized gorillas. I know they have the strength, but like you said, they're one stop. I think like if I wear my boots, if I get some steel toes on, I think I can kind of cover 30 to 40% with that. And then you said medieval weapon. I could maybe get like the ball and the stick and maybe
You could
finish
do
the job
chainmail
with that.
armor.
Sorry.
Oh yeah. You could do chainmail armor if you want the steel toes and just,
I
get
met a
to it.
guy. I met a guy that was wearing chainmail. Um, and so pretty much we had this massive flat party the first week of uni, but it was getting too full. It was become like a safety issue, and the people it just wasn't comfortable. So we had to get rid of some people, but we didn't want to just tell people to leave because we'd be a buzzkill. So I'm like, all right, guys, new rule: everyone has to do a shot of vinegar, or you're getting thrown out. So I forced this guy was wearing chainmail. That's why this reminded me of it. So I make him do a shot of vinegar, and he does it, and he looks at me, and he goes, "Has anyone ever told you that you're fucked in the head?" And I look at him and I said, "Has anyone ever told you you look like the human version of Shrek?" And he left. He left. Yeah. He did not stay.
Probably.
He did not stay very
You
long.
can't survive the rest of that.
I've legit. He lives in my building. I've never seen him. Like to this day, I've only seen him once, and he's not dead. He's not dead. I've like seen him in the smoking area, but like after that week, I have not seen him. Like I actually think he's in self exile from that one moment, which I don't blame the man. I really do not.
Was it like a breastplate he had on, or the full gear, like helmet
So he
or?
just had. It was almost like a tank top, but it made a chainmail. It's kind of cool. I kind of regret humiliating him in front of 40 people now, but
Lots of fire
but
fit.
also no. But this is what people don't understand, and you will, because we grew up together. He's wearing a Yankees hat.
Mm. Oh fuck him!
You
Yeah,
don't
he
come
earned it.
party at my flat wearing a Yankees hat. That's just how it is. Like we're a Red Sox flat.
I saw a sign on like one of the stop signs, like people put up a sticker
Yankee
and
go
said
home.
"Go away, Yankees."
Yeah.
Yeah, I said, "Yeah, fuck the Yankees, dude. Red Sox over here."
No, it's funny you say that because
Even though,
I saw that I saw those same stickers when I was in Florence, and obviously it means there's too many American tourists. Go home. But the thing is, there's only American tourists in Italy because however many years ago, a bunch of Italians came to America, and now there's a bunch of Americans that think they're Italian. So they're telling us to leave Italy. You're the ones that came over in the first place. You did this to yourself. Now you're selling us these like tours, these cruises, saying you're actually Italian. Come chase your culture. Like this is not on us. There's a lot of things in the world that America and American tourists have to answer for. This is not one of them. This is not on us. I will not be held accountable as an Irish
oh,
American.
I
I'm advocating for my Italian brothers and sisters. This is not on us. We're good here.
one of the stark differences I did forget to mention: the Italian Americans act Italian. They pretend to be more
Yeah,
Italian. The
performative
Italians are
Italians.
just you fucking nailed it. They're just performative Italians. I'm Italian American, by the way.
Yes. We love the
I'm
Rizzler.
studying, by the way. I have a wine course.
Yeah. No, this is you. And
Studying for.
actually, my main module for university this semester is audio and storytelling. And our final project is to make a podcast. So I'm actually doing uni work by making a podcast. You're studying by doing wine. This is the most productive I've been in a hot minute. I'll tell you that for free.
Oh my god, this is an elite study session.
I know, right?
He's got
Probably
an
the
iron
most
brew in
enjoyable
the
study
cup.
session I've ever had. What is it?
How is the iron brew plant going? Because that's like
I'll
one
show
of
you. I'll
the.
show you. Hold on.
Okay, I
Give me a
need to see
minute.
this. For all that don't know, he's been growing two plants. One in strictly iron brew,
So
and another one with
I
water.
quite like iron brew. It's one of my favorite things to indulge in. And this is a bamboo plant I got at IKEA the first week of university. I never pot for it, but I had this iron brew extra can in my room, so I just put it in there, and I named it Tyrone because I only have plants that are very independent, and I like to give them all black names because I just believe in
Obvious.
independent black voices, and I think that's something that should be mainstream in society. So then I have another cactus named Latavius, named after Latavius Murray, the Bills like third string running back from like 3 4 years ago. So yeah,
Class.
Tyrone is
Was that the
flourishing.
rugby player?
Sorry.
Was that the rugby player guy? Who am I thinking
No,
of?
you're
That was the
thinking about
Bills running back.
Christian Wade.
Christian
I
Wade.
believe that's his
Hmm.
name. Yeah, but
I remember him because I think he had like a Scouse accent. I was like, what the fuck?
yeah,
This guy's.
they just gave him the baller in preseason. He got like an 80-yard rushing touchdown. Then we didn't sign him because that would make too much sense.
Hmm.
However,
Got to make things difficult for your fans.
yeah, you said you have a debate topic. Is that true?
Oh, okay. Well, it's not much of a debate. It's similar to a hypothetical,
Okay.
but recently I heard that Mangione, there was an attempt to break him out, and
Okay.
some random guy named like Mike Phillips. Sorry, Mike Phillips, if it was you. I'm just throwing out a name.
There's a random dude
He
named Mike
went.
Phillips Waters like, I didn't do shit.
Why me? But but man, dressed and acting like an FBI officer, went into the maximum security prison where Maduro, Diddy, and Luigi are all
The
being
big
held at.
three.
The big three.
Wait, they're on the same. No way,
And
they're on the same one. That's
they're
insane,
all in the same maximum
dude.
security prison. And I also know someone that was a prosecutor
That's
in
gonna be a
that
crazy
same.
five-a-side team. Imagine like Diddy, he flickers off to Montero, Mangione with the volley.
But he broke in and said, I'm taking Luigi under federal custody. He's coming with me. Break Luigi out. Take him with me. He's coming with me. And then they instantly caught him and arrested him because he's not being transported. His trial hasn't happened yet. So, what do you do in that situation different? How do you free him, or
Who am I in
do
the
you let him?
Who am I in the
You're
situation? Am I the
you're the
guy
guy
breaking him up?
breaking Luigi out. You're the guy because he has the motivation to. He clearly wants Luigi out for whatever reason.
Okay. So I guess what's the
How do
question?
you?
Am I breaking him out or am I leaving him? Like me
How
personally.
would you break? How would you break him out differently?
Oh, what?
You could either be Luigi or the guy.
How would I
It's
lead a prison break? I have thought about this. I have thought about this because as someone who
Mhm.
kind of has a little bit of future in journalism, I have thought about how I'd break out of prison, specifically a Saudi Arabian prison. What I would
oh
do
obvious.
is I think I'd pose as the IT guy, right? I don't know. I'd pull a few strings. I'd go full town mode and just get a disguise. I'd pose as the IT guy, and I'd go in. I'd get as much information on like the kind of IT room as possible. I think I'd walk in. I'd just smash that shit up. All the things would collapse, and then what I would do is if I personally think I do very well in prison. So I think by the time the prison break would reach, I would have the respect of everybody, right? So.
Do you have a crime that you think would get you into prison like that? Just throwing it out
Um,
there.
It probably was like white collar. No, no.
Yeah,
I'm
tax
not
fraud.
smart enough to do a white collar crime. I think I'd just like get in a fight as a joke and like go a little too far. But not that I'm a violent person, but I think I'd just do something I think was funny, which is actually hella illegal. So nothing too specific, but I'd probably just get a little too carried away at spoons. Um,
Too carried away with the bit.
yeah,
And there.
yeah. I think I just commit to the bit too far and go to jail for life for that. But pretty much, I think what I would do is I would stage a fight. So I think I would run an underground box during the prison, and I'd conveniently stage a massive fight when I destroy the IT room. So all the guards are rushing to break this fight up. The IT room's destroyed. I slip through the back. I jump over the barbed wire. I take a prison truck. I open up the panel. I take a file that I snuck in. I scrape the insulation off the two battery wires, those usually brown, cross those together. Then I take the yellow starter wire, cross that together. Then I take the yellow ignition wire, cross that. We're going. It's how to hotwire a car, by the way. I just drive
Wait, was
through.
this car made after 2012 or before?
Ooh, if it's Saudi Arabia, probably before.
There you go. That means you can hotwire it.
So then
But
what I do
more ball knowledge.
is
Continue.
I drive through the fence, and then I think I'd put a rock on the steering wheel and just be going straight down the road, and then I'd just probably like just kind of grab an AK and just kind of do a little bit of surveillance. Then I'd go to the port, steal a jet ski, drive up the coast of Saudi Arabia to the port, use my connections to the
Sorry,
maritime.
this is in New York. Sorry, this isn't in Saudi Arabia. My bad. But are you trying to break out of a Saudi Arabian prison?
Yeah, I think it's equally
Okay.
applicable. Anywhere at the port, this would work. It's kind of like
Okay. Fair.
you can cut and paste it anywhere. And then I'd use my connections in the maritime industry to get a job on the boat. I just kind of ride the boat until the next port. We get boarded by Somalian pirates. I'm in the hold because I'm not part of the crew. I go to the armory. The Somalian pirates would execute the crew. I like go full. Have you seen Narcos?
Yeah, yeah.
Did you see that one scene when like Javi Pena, who's played by Pablo Pascal, like they have the hostage at the gunfight and he just snipes and just shoots the guy with the gun. Like
Mhm.
I'd do that. I'd light that shit up with the armory. I'd be the hero, and then I'd be
Yep.
flown back to wherever I need to be and treated like a given a hero's welcome. So that's how I'd break out of
Flawless.
prison. I've not given any thought or anything, but like if I had to, that would probably be it. As you can tell, I've not really thought about that before. That would be weird.
Nah, this is like a first time.
What about you? Let's flip that back on you. How would you break out of any prison?
Break out of any prison. So you did it from the outside perspective. I'm gonna try it from Luigi's perspective.
Okay.
So since you're already in there and everyone knows, oh, he got that CEO guy, I think everyone loves him. I think he's
Unless
even
they're in
tight with
for
Diddy at
the
this
thing is
point.
the white collar people, the people there for white collar crimes probably won't like you, but they don't really have any sway in prison, so that shouldn't matter. But
Yeah, who's that guy, Sam Bankman-Fried, the guy who like
oh yeah,
did
that guy's a
20
nerd.
billion in stock fraud? He's also in that same prison.
Dude, they're gonna have a stacked ass softball team.
Dude, it's the evil Avengers in there. Like, it's crazy. So, obvious choice is the Shawshank. Dig at the spoon in the wall and then leave like a clay mold with my head in it or something. But I recently saw a movie, Roofman, and I think I could do that. So what he does is he works as a stalker, like whenever the trucks come in and give the food supplies, the extra handcuffs, the lube, whatever they need. He
The
come in
essentials.
and yeah, exactly. They come in with the dolly and then they unload it. How he breaks out in that movie is he times it from when the trucker like signs the release notice and then goes into the truck. He times that and I'm gonna time that. Let's say it's like 32 seconds. And what he does is he goes to the carpentry area. He gets a board that can fit him and fit under the truck. And then the next time he has to offload stuff, he leaves the board in the cargo area, offloading area. And then whenever the order's done, he goes like while the guy's back's turned around, he's walking back into the truck. He goes under it, places the board on like beneath his feet, and then just is set up there. Now, before they leave, they always have to check with a metal, like they put a little like thing with a mirror under it to check it. Obviously, because I'm a big guy, they would find me, but I painted it black so they can't see it. Just like the underneath of a
It's
truck.
the little things. It's always the little
Now,
things that you outsmart them with in these type of situations.
it's those things that they overlook. So, as Luigi Mangione, I'd say it's very easy to. It's not that hard to break out of that maximum security prison if you can be an offloader. And then he waits like 2 miles or something. He gets out. Like, I don't know why he didn't stay with the truck the whole time in the movie, but he gets off and then he doesn't steal the truck, he just gets out into an open field and runs away. And then he spends the next 4 months at a Toys R Us only eating peanut M&Ms and like living in a display case. It's actually a pretty funny movie.
Is that better than
So
prison?
that's how I would.
Is that better than prison? Because I don't know if it is.
Well, it was a Toys R Us in 2009, so
Oh,
not a
okay.
modern Toys
So
R
like
Us
Prime
that
Toys R Us, dude. I
decrepit. Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
miss
yeah.
Toys R Us. Those were the
Right.
days. I remember whenever I thundercut into a Wii remote into the TV, we'd have to get a new one there. I remember this is actually slightly autistic behavior, but what I would do is I had like these little mini helmets of every MLB team, and every single day in the MLB season, all 162 of them, I'd kind of put the teams against each other. like head to head, and whoever won, I'd put them on top, and I'd update the standings. And that every single day when I was like 11. I got the helmets there. Oh, Toys R Us was just that's just great. I remember there's a Toys R Us right next to my doctor,
The
so we
the mall.
so whenever like I behaved after getting a shot, they take me to Toys R Us, and I was quite sad when it closed because I couldn't do that anymore, even though I was like 15. But
That's a fucking golf store. What the fuck?
no one likes golf, but
That
actually, golf segues us really well into our next segment.
that's what a 180 from audience is also going from selling to any kids of any age to just middle-aged white
I
dads.
know,
What a
like they had
fucking
such a
pivot.
broad demographic and they narrowed it down. And speaking of golf, this brings us into
That's
would you rather. So my would you rather for you is would you rather so you can watch basketball. This is option A. You can watch basketball, but you can only watch the worst team in the NBA. So, for example, it's not like you just watch the Pacers forever,
Only
because
Wizards.
Halliburton right now it's the Pacers, but Halliburton's going to come back. They're going to be a good team again.
Wizards.
But so once he comes back, you're going to have to watch the Pelicans, and then Jordan Poole starts balling out. You're going to have to start watching the Jazz. So whichever team is the worst team in the NBA, you have to watch. The only games you can play is games that they're playing. That's the only way you can watch basketball. Option B, you can only watch golf, but you can watch the best golf teams, the best golf competitions. You can watch McIlroy and them. You can watch the Tour. You can watch the Masters, but you can only watch golf. What are you picking? Option A or option B?
Funny, I have a connection to both, but
Okay.
I have a second, like a vague, such a random connection to Rick Carlisle. My
Okay.
dishwasher over the summer is roommates. His roommate is dating Rick Carlisle's daughter. So
That's pretty
he
cool.
always had an Indiana Pacers shirt on because he just gets merch from the dude.
That's that's
And
that's
I
pretty that's pretty
also
awesome. I'm gonna be honest. I, I love that.
and I also met Rory McIlroy on the verge of death when I was having an asthma attack in the Singer Island
You told me
airport when I
this.
was
You
like
told me
eight or
this.
nine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember it, but my dad told me it did happen,
Rory McIlroy
and he
blessed you
checked
and you
in on me.
lived.
He's like, is the little man good? Yeah, no, he's fine. He's just dying or whatever.
So you
And
just like bumped into
I
him
got on my plane just randomly. He
like
was the guy in front of us
on the
in line.
oh at the airport.
Yeah, I forget if it was security or is security like waiting at a
Good.
bar, but he was just there.
I love that. I have nothing against Rory McIlroy. I just think golf's dry as fuck. So you picking Rory McIlroy or
Yeah,
Rick
no,
Carlisle?
I'm picking NBA just because I feel like every like it because you say you have to watch the new worst team every time
Yeah.
your worst like the Pacers if they become 31 best, then I have to watch the Wizards again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that just because I feel like every game
Keeps it
could be
fresh.
a chance at the playoffs. It'll be like the championship because like oh my God, wait, Pacers are one off from the 31st seed.
Oh my
Let's
god, we might
fucking
get a new
go.
team next week. That is exciting, to be honest. Also, the thing is,
That
like,
yeah.
you watch the worst team in the NBA, but that means you also watch every other team in the NBA when they play them. Okay, yeah, like, they're gonna get blown up by 30 and probably play their, like, third string team by the fourth quarter, but you're still gonna get to watch LeBron and Luca for a half. Like, the Sixers lost to the Lakers earlier this year, but LeBron, like, ran back the years, had a crazy game, and I was like, you know what, that's kind of cool, so, I don't know, I think you'd still get to see him. Would you have the same answer if instead of having to watch the Pacers, you had to watch, a G League team?
Ooh, so the worst G League team every time,
Yeah, like,
and that's the only sport I can watch.
yeah.
Or okay,
Or what if
or
you could only
not the
watch?
only
Would
way.
you still watch basketball if you could only watch the G League?
It's so tough because the main thing about the G League is you want to root for your guys to make it to the
Yeah,
NBA.
that
It's
is
not
kind.
like about a championship. You just want your guys to make it to the next level.
But then again, look at
Uh,
college sports.
I
Because
see.
college sports, it's only 2 3 years, and they're all gonna go to the NFL. But they still build some pretty big cultures. So maybe if you put all your attention into the G League, you could create like an SEC Big Ten culture with the fucking Maine Celtics. Who knows?
I could be the number one fan of the was it the fucking Boston Lobstermen or whatever they are?
Maine
I
Celtics. They play
forget
in
what their
Portland.
name
They
is.
used to be the Maine
Maine
Lobsters, but they
Celtics.
changed
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
Maine Celtics a few years ago, which is a bit unoriginal in my opinion. But
Oh, they
their
did.
logo's the
They
same. It's still a
rebranded.
lobster.
I watched them when they had Taco Fall and they had the lobster as the logo.
See, Taco Fall is
That
training to
was the
become a
time.
firefighter now.
For him. I thought he was trying to get into STEM or something because he went to like a tech school. Like he's actually a very smart person.
Oh
Also,
yeah,
random. You know Yao Ming is an archaeologist now?
pro. So the people that
Yeah.
dig up bones in that.
Yeah. And then when they find Yao Ming, they're gonna be like, is this a giant human? Is this a lost race of humans we found? When they see his bones, because
Like, oh my god, new species just dropped.
is this Nephilim?
That's wild.
It's a gift that keeps on giving for Yao.
Yo, man, what a guy, man.
We like Yao Ming around here.
So,
What a guy.
did you
You
have
want to do two truths and a lie?
Yeah, I was gonna say. So, for two truths and a lie, Skiddy watches the news. I don't watch the news. So Skiddy is going to give three headlines. Two of them are going to be real. One of them is going to be complete bullshit, and we're going to see if I can guess which one is complete bullshit.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, give me those headlines.
Okay, so breaking. The United States is going to be sending ice to the Winter Olympics to protect Vice President J.V. Vance and the Olympic team. You don't have
Okay.
to decide now. I'll give you all three.
Okay.
And then
Strong start.
after after raising the median age of social media users to 16, New Zealand is increasing its minimum age to create a Roblox account 18 in effort to counter pedophilia. All
That's good. That's good.
younger
That is good, by the way.
accounts will be grandfathered in.
Okay.
All younger accounts will be grandfathered in.
Okay. So
And
they're not really trying that hard.
lastly, Bill Belichick, Bill Belichick, the most winning coach in NFL
Oh,
history,
I saw
guy
this.
with, I believe, 7 Super Bowl
I watch the
rings,
sports news.
denied.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
he was denied access to the Football Hall of Fame
Well, it's
because,
funny because
due to being a giant asshole.
if you said that
So,
Belichick is not making the Hall of Fame and Shadur Sanders in the Pro Bowl, I would have said that's complete bullshit. But I know that one. I know that one's true. So it's just between the ice at the Winter Olympics, and there's somebody arrested outside. So if you hear that, don't worry about that. But so it's what ice protecting JD Vance Olympic team of the Olympics, and then New Zealand's
hmm
new social media age. So it's
hmm
Can you hear that? So
Uh,
it's the Winter
I heard it
Olympics.
vaguely.
It's just a siren. This is Winter Olympics,
hmm
right?
In Italy.
Yeah, so I feel like there's enough snow and ice, so we wouldn't need to send any more ice. I feel like there's enough of that. But
Ice skating's an event.
exactly. So then ice skating, maybe they thought they were invited, you know? I don't know. Like you can say what you want about this whole situation, but like you kind of see where they're coming from thinking that they're invited. But the thing is, with the social media one, Australia, because I spent 3 months in Australia last year, I know that because I heard this on Joe Rogan, so it has to be true. I know that Australia changed they passed this law banning kids from social media, and New Zealand kind of just copy everything Australia does. As someone who's been to both countries, they kind of chat shit to Australia, then just kind of casually just take everything they do. So I love
And
both
they
countries,
fuck
by the
sheep
way.
after.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the only difference. So
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
Australia did the same thing and now New Zealand are doing it, that one could be true. Um, but
Hmm.
but they're banning Roblox from kids. Is that what they're doing, or they're just making it harder to get an account?
No, they're making the minimum age to create a Roblox account 18 years old in aid of pedophilia
Bro.
to, stop them.
Okay, I'm all for combating
But
pedophilia.
all.
I am for combating
Mhm,
pedophilia as much as the next man. But I've been 12,
mhm.
and I've played Roblox, and that is a human right, and that should not be taken away. However, I do think that one's true. I think that ice being sent to the Winter Olympics is bullshit because you don't need any more ice. The Winter Olympics is already frozen.
I wish you were right, man. You see, every great lie has a little bit of truth in it. So half
Oh,
of the New Zealand one was true. The medium age being or the minimum age being raised to 16 is true for New Zealand, but they are not raising the age to 18 for Roblox. The
Oh,
ice in the Winter Olympics just sounds fake, so I had to throw it in there.
yeah. You know what? You've bluffed me well there because I thought that's way too like blatantly just kind of. You've done well. You've done well. That's a very good double bluff. Very, very well played.
Thank you.
Damn. But still 16. Like, there's like 14-year-olds that can't play Roblox. New Zealand. I guess New Zealand. I've been there. Beautiful country. Beautiful people. There's other stuff to do there. To be fair, maybe the reason we played Roblox the whole time is because we're from Greater Boston, which I love Massachusetts. I got the flag up right there. But
Mhm.
yeah, there's a bit more to do in New Zealand. So,
You
fun.
see in Iran when they banned Roblox and the kids took to the streets in active protest.
Oh, is that why shit's kicking off there? Is that also over Roblox? Because I've heard.
Oh,
I don't know what's.
well, it's part of it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, because my roommates were talking about it the other day. I didn't really know what was going on, but apparently shit's going down. I think we wouldn't be getting
Yeah, they
involved, which is a
banned
bit
Roblox.
dodgy.
It's a whole
I know. I
yeah, it's a
think I'd
whole
also be
hellstorm there
pretty
now.
up in arms. I'm a pretty chill guy, not a very political person at all. But I feel like if you there's certain things that are political and certain things that just matter of basic human rights, and I do think Roblox is one of them.
Inalienable right. It's in the Constitution, damn it. Can I give my surprise before we get to sports?
Oh yes, yes, go on. So you,
So I've never bought a record before,
okay.
like a vinyl before. But I saw this record store when I was walking by, like the first time in the city. I was like, "Oh my God, that's literally like one of the albums that got me into rap." And I never see it with this cover design because it's the old one from the 90s. So I
Okay.
got Unpack by
Yo!
MF Doom, the original cover.
No fucking way! That's
Dude, it's
sick.
so sick. It was €55. I've never been more happy to be
That's not
scammed
bad.
because
No,
this is
that's not a
fucking
scam.
class.
No, for a decent because I
That's not
collect.
bad for a vinyl.
No. So I used to collect records. I still have them all. I just don't buy them as much. No, but for like standard records is probably like $30. But the thing is, for like a less common one like that, and for like a more exclusive one, 55. Like that's you've done well there. And it's fucking
There you go. I
MF Doom.
damn that film. It's got Doomsday. It's got Rhymes Like Dimes. It's got dude. Those are
That's
some of my
sick.
favorite songs from.
Bring that home. I'll bring my record player over. We'll be listening to that.
Hell yeah, I gotcha.
I was
Uh,
I was
Out of
playing
sports?
I was playing Wu
No,
Tang
no,
in the
no. Let's
kitchen
hear it.
yesterday. As I do, I'm making
Yes,
omelet,
sir.
listening to Wu Tang, and I have this one roommate and great guy. We get on really well, but he doesn't really listen to rap. Like I'll be playing Kendrick. He's like, "Who's this guy?" Whatever, which is fine. Not everyone has to. But I'm playing Wu Tang, and he goes, "Turn this up." I turn it up. I'm like, "Oh yeah." He goes, "Oh, I've seen these guys live." I'm like, "You've seen Wu Tang and you haven't told me? That's like the coolest thing you could ever do." And then he starts going like
That's
this.
sick.
I'm like, "You," I'm like, "You know the thing." like, like I just
He
wasn't. I was
knows.
just like,
He was at
"Damn,
the
bro, I
concert.
did not know you were cool like that. I did not know you had that in your locker." I was like, "Hell yeah!" And
Oh,
yeah,
it's chill.
he's doing the thing. I'm like, "Yo, this guy." Yeah, no, I gained a bit of respect for him. I'm like, "That's the coolest thing you've ever done." We've been roommates since September, and he hadn't told me till now.
He's withholding the goods.
No, but now I'm intrigued. Like, what else does he have going on? Like what else does he have buried? If he was just sitting on that one for the last like what 4 or 5 months.
Just casually been to a Wu-Tang concert.
Yeah, he showed me videos and shit. He said, I think he said one of his friends like dislocated his shoulder in like the mosh pit. Then he relocated it instantly, and everyone started cheering. I'm like, I've never been to a Wu Tang gig, but I kind of feel like that's what happens. I think that's a rite of passage. Like, if you go to a Wu Tang gig and
They have a
all your
doctor in
limbs
there.
stay socketed the whole time, you're doing something wrong.
You weren't shimmying, yeah.
So we have a few headlines in the world of sports that we're going to get into. So I know you don't follow soccer too closely, but I put this one anyway because I think you'll find this cool.
I gotta
So-
get into it more.
Oh yeah, if you're in Italy, you have to. Do you know who Jose Mourinho is?
No, but I heard that what's his name? Mussolini's great grandson plays for
Yes.
FC Milan.
I thought he was at Lazio,
I,
but he could be a different team. We'll get to that later. I have a really good Lazio story
something.
after. Um, So pretty much, Jose Mourinho, one of the best football managers ever, but he's kind of controversial. People think he's very egotistical. He calls himself the special one. It's a self-given nickname. But he has a track record to back it up. Everywhere he's gone, he's won trophies. He's done very well, but he's getting to the end of his career now, and so he's not really. Some people think he's not the same. Some people think he's washed. So he's managing Benfica, who are a team in Portugal. They're playing the UEFA Champions League, which is the greatest teams in all of Europe. Your Real Madrids, your Liverpools, your Bayern Munich, AC Milan, Inter Milan, anyone you can imagine in the top of European football, they're in the Champions League. So Benfica are playing Real Madrid. So they need to beat Real Madrid by 3 goals to advance the next round of the Champions League. Real Madrid, you know Real Madrid. They have all the best players. They have the most trophies. So Real Madrid have 14 Champions League titles. The next most is 7. That's what we're dealing with here. Real Madrid are like the New York Yankees, the LA Lakers, the Kansas City Chiefs. They're up there. The New England Patriots, rather. So, Benfica, they scored 3 goals, but the issue is Real Madrid scored 1. They need to win by 3 goals for the goal difference. So it's the last minute. Mourinho goes, you know what? Fuck it. What won't they expect? He tells the goalkeeper to run forward on a corner. So pretty much he's running forward. The corner comes in. The goalie dives up, heads it in. No one's going to mark the goalie. No one thinks the goalie scores. The goalie scores. Benfica beat Real Madrid, who Mourinho used to manage for, 4-1, which is a crazy upset. Like, that doesn't happen. Right? That'd be like, I don't even know what that would be like in the NBA. The Benfica, they're a really good team for Portugal, but being a really good team for Portugal is very different to being like the best team in Europe. So, and now Benfica are through to the next round of the Champions League, and Mourinho's at the helm, and I don't like Real Madrid, and so I think we're all cheering for them a bit. So yeah, that's what's going on.
I couldn't agree more. Wait, are you gonna mention what happened at AFCON with the it was Morocco versus I don't
Yeah, Senegal.
remember
It's Morocco
who, but
versus
did you
Senegal.
hear about this?
Yeah, I watched the final.
Yes. And yeah, and they so I didn't know that the goalkeepers needed like a towel with them, but I mean, yeah, you got to keep your hands dry.
Oh
And
yeah.
the was it the Moroccan team or I believe it was the Moroccan team. They went every time they like had random people like they had bouncers, they had players, they had ball boys stealing the towel
I did not hear this.
from the goalkeeper. And it got so bad in the game that they had to have the secondary goalkeeper hold the towel next to the goal, and then they sent 4 ball boys chasing him down the sideline to steal his towel again. And this is as the play is happening. It's heading towards the goal, and the ref doesn't see this. He's like backtrotting away, and there's 4 people just like, "Give me the towel." It's like there was no punishment. Obviously, Morocco had lost that.
Yeah.
They lost 1-0, but
So AFCON,
deserved.
I mean, it's in
That's a
the best
crazy
way
thing.
possible. AFCON is full of shenanigans. Every single year, shit goes down. In that same final, I didn't hear that story. That's great. But in that same final, what happened? Morocco won a penalty. Senegal like that's not a penalty. So they did what anyone would do. The manager goes, you know what? This isn't a pen. Fuck this. Everyone go to the dressing room right now. So the Senegal team fucks off pretty much. They were sat in the dressing room for like maybe 20 minutes. Sadio Mane, who used to play for Liverpool, which is my team, he's like the captain. He's the best player in Senegal. He goes and he's like, guys, this is embarrassing. It wasn't a pen, but like, come on, get back out on the pitch. What are you doing? So after 20 minutes, the game finally resumes. They take the penalty. The Moroccan player kicks it down the middle, and the goalie saves it. After all that, and Morocco lose 1-0. Last year in the AFCON, a ref ended a game 5 minutes early. And then 5 minutes later, he had a heart attack, and he was like, "God told me to end it early because he knew he was going to have a heart attack." He's fine, by the way. I think I'm going to fact check that.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to fact check that, but I'm pretty sure he recovered.
Wait,
Oh yeah, because no, he couldn't have said that it was God. Yeah, there's always this year Gabon, the small African country, they didn't make it out of the group stage, so the government dissolved the national team. They went, you know what? We gave you a chance. You didn't. No, they didn't get a single point at AFCON. So you get a point for drawing, right? They had 3 games, lost them all. So you know what, guys? You no longer have the privilege to have a national football team. Gabon just doesn't have a team right now, which is insane. That every other country in Africa has a team. Lesotho have a team. Swaziland have a team. Congo have a team. South Sudan, like everyone has a team, but Gabon doesn't because
do they have good players? They just didn't score.
They have
Well, they
one.
probably-
They have this one guy, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who like was one of the best strikers in the Premier League a few years ago. So like they have a few players in the Premier League as well. Like they have. It's just they just didn't had a bad 3 games, and now they're not going to have any more games. But yeah,
Oh,
the point I'm trying to make is shit always goes down at AFCON. It's beautiful though. I
I'm
love it.
tuning
I
in
wouldn't
next
have it
year.
any other way. Did you see that Bronny scored 8 points in 8 minutes against the Cavs?
He's on pace for 48 points.
That's what I'm hearing. Well, it's nice. It was a homecoming game. Obviously, LeBron started out the Cavs. LeBron's mom was at the game, which is really cool. Um, and the Lakers may have lost by 30, but Bronny dropped 8 points, which was pretty cool to see. I could see him. Yeah, I mean, are you a Bronny James fan?
What more does Bronny have to do to get into the GOAT conversation? 8 points in 8 minutes. Has Michael Jordan ever done that?
Probably not. The way I see it is like, with like, how LeBron is so, his career is so good that he's raised such a high standard that even if he drops like 15 points now, people won't really think much of it because it's just so common. I'm worried that could be next for Bronny after this. I'm worried that could be kind of the next natural progression in this
That's the
timeline.
standard.
Um, I think he set a very high standard for himself, and like eight points in 8 minutes. I mean, I have full faith that he's gonna be a good player. It's just if you do that at such a young age, realistically, how can you top that? I mean, 9 points in 9 minutes. Like, is that something that can has that ever been done on NBA court before? You don't know because you just watch the G League now.
Tracy McGrady? What? He had like 13 points in like 9 minutes,
Yeah, but
not
that was
seconds.
against plumbers and
Or
farmers. This it's different now. I don't watch
it's
basketball
different.
before 2026. I started watching this month. All my ball knowledge is from the past 28 days. Yeah, dude.
Wemby's the fucking
Yeah, dude. Those Indiana
thunder
Pacers
killer.
are terrible. I'd imagine they haven't made the NBA Finals at any recent point. That would be really surprising.
How could that?
Yeah, dude. I mean, and those Boston Celtics, they're pretty good. Like, to think if get one more player who's even better than their entire team in a month, that'd be kind of crazy.
Maybe like a 19-year-old that's like athletic, could dunk the ball and shoot some threes. They're one piece away, and I think that's Jordan Walsh.
Yeah, yeah.
I fucking love that guy.
I saw him. Me and Nate went to a Celtics game over Christmas, and we did this game. We stood up. We weren't gonna sit down until Bailey Shireman scored, and they just stopped playing him, so we sat down. Yeah. So I think we switched it with like Hugo Gonzalez, and he eventually scored. But also it's a very big deal. It's a very big week, big couple of days for New Englanders like you and me. Even though I'm not a Patriots fan, I'm a very big Bills fan. The Patriots in the Super Bowl, Skiddy.
We're back. We're the villains again. I
It,
fucking love it.
I go back to that one Stavros joke, that one Stav joke when he's like, "You guys don't deserve this." I don't mean that. I'm not jealous. I'm not spiteful. You guys, my entire childhood, growing up in New England, I was wearing a Bills jersey to school every day. I was getting pelters. I was getting called fucking slurs just for wearing a Bills jersey. And finally, the reign of terror ends, and Brady retires, and there's this Mac Jones guy who's a fucking joke, and the Pats win 4 games a year, and the Bills have an MVP quarterback, and we have Stephon Diggs, and we have Matt Collins. Then you take them from us and make a fucking Super Bowl, and now you have the Tom Brady reincarnation who's already made a Super Bowl. But the age Drake May is now, Tom Brady hadn't even played an NFL game. Drake May has 2 seasons under his belt, is an MVP candidate, and has made a Super Bowl. Just actually fuck off. It's like you don't realize how soul destroying this is for the rest of the league. It's terrible. Again, I'm not jealous. That'd be crazy. I'm happy for my friends, but I'm not. I'm not at all. I'm buying a Seahawks jersey just for the eighth. Like I don't even. Oh my god! It's just. And now we don't even have a head coach anymore. We do. We have Joe Brady now, and I
Could
never.
you get yeah.
I never thought I'd be this mad about seeing Stephon Diggs and Matt Collins in the Super Bowl. I didn't think our owners could fuck up this badly, but it's okay. Sorry, I just had to get that off my chest.
Matt Collins is my favorite player on the team.
He's my
This
favorite
is
Bills
what I live
players
for, Luke.
ever. One of my favorite Bills players ever. When we went to the Pats, I was destroyed. I was distraught, and part of me still wants to see him do well because I like him as a player. But it's just tough seeing him. Imagine if Tatum went to the Knicks. Like that's how that
For the
feels.
Lakers. No,
Yeah,
if
yeah, yeah,
he,
yeah.
he actually goes to the Lakers and copies Kobe, I'm done with basketball
Imagine
for a significant
they
amount of
did really
time.
start watching the G League. Imagine Marcus Smart went to the Lakers and Al Horford went to the Warriors. Oh wait, but no. Anyway, I just had to. I was sitting on that for a little while. That was kind of strewing. So, but my little brother
It felt
has
pent
been a
up.
Seahawks fan for a very long time. He started watching Russell Wilson, but he stuck with him ever since. So I'm happy for him. One of my really good friends at university, he's British, from Brighton, but he is a massive Seahawks fan. Like, he stays up till 11, 1 a.m., because the West Coast kickoff times are fucked for us. Imagine if you're in the UK. He watches every single Seahawks game, so I'm quite excited for him as well. So, with all due respect, I will be cheering for the Seahawks.
Oh, you should tell the podcast how you inducted a Bills fan.
Yes, yes. My roommate. I was watching the Bills Jets game back in September, and this is like the first week we all knew each other. And my roommate's like, "What's this?" I'm like, "Oh, this is welcome to the NFL. This is American football." And most people are kind of like, "Oh, whatever," but he was really into it. And he's like, "When's the next game?" So we start watching all the games together. It reached a point he stayed up with me until 4 a.m. when we both had uni the next day to watch us lose to
What
the
a lad.
Falcons. To watch us lose to the fucking Falcons. And I thought this guy's legit. So I went on. I got him a Bill shirt with his name on the back. Every single game we'd wear the shirts. We'd have a few other guys over, and some people kind of come and went. Some came to some games. This guy I'm talking about, he watched every single one. And it reached a point when I went home for Christmas, he'd be still texting me during the Bills games. He's like, "Yeah, no, my whole family's over, but I'm watching the Bills." I'm like, "This guy's legit."
Well,
And it reached a point that
good.
when we beat the Patriots, when we came back from 21 down and a half, we jumped through a table together. We have a piece of the table still hanging up in our kitchen. We both signed it. And it reached a point that when we lost to the Broncos and there was that bullshit, like whatever interception call everyone was getting mad about, he was more mad about it than I was. Because I've been a Bills fan for 12 years. I'm like, you know what? This is what happens. But this was his first Bills playoff heartbreak. Like, the whole next day, he's just sent me different angles and screenshots and pictures and articles of the catch. And he sent me, like, citations from the official NFL website and the rules. And part of me was just really proud that he was putting this much into it and that he genuinely cared so much. And part of me thought, I am a dickhead. I have just signed this man up, this great person up, for a lifetime of pain and suffering. But as anyone who's a Bills fan would say, the highs are worth the lows. So it's been a great journey. It's been great for me as well. Not to make it sound like too deep for no reason, but watching football is something like I'll have like you and the boys around. We'll have like I'll go to my uncle's. We'll all watch the games, and that's not really a thing here. Obviously, we watch other sports, but kind of having someone just watch the games with it's just been really cool. So yeah, Bills Mafia has one more member on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean. So when maybe if they play the Jags next time the Jags have a home game in London, we could see that. That would be cool.
Right, speaking of the Jags, have you seen that one Jags fan from London who dresses up in full like Jaguars pussycat makeup with the fucking whiskers and everything? He talks. Oh, you'd love him. You'd
Sure,
absolutely
it's
love
not.
this guy.
Is he a
He's
furry?
like, he's a po he's a posh Brit. No, he does it only on Sundays, I think. And he has
Guys,
like a he
guys, you're
has a
not a
hard
furry if
hat.
you
He
only
has
do it on Sundays.
glasses.
There's rules. Professionals have
If that's how you
standards, you
can
know.
get away with a furry and be socially acceptable, is just go to NB or NFL games.
Well, the other day I was seeing people that cosplay are weird, which I don't know. That's just my opinion. Whatever. I was really thinking, and my friend's like, he's like, Luke, don't you watch American football? I'm like, yeah. She's like, don't people like when you wear like the same uniform that the players are wearing, and you go in the parking lot before the game, and like that's kind of cosplaying. I'm like, yeah, you're not wrong. And then I was showing them pictures of Raiders fans wearing like spikes and like the black and gray paint. Well, it's funny. I love those memes. It's like Raiders fans will do this on Sunday, then be in their office job. But this, first of all, there's no office jobs in Vegas, and second of all, let's not act like Raiders fans are employed. Like you're not fooling anyone by peddling that narrative.
They switched to Las Vegas because they knew their demographic.
Yeah, they did. They
They
did,
could
and they're
get all
laying
the
into it.
DJs out there.
They hired Pete Carroll because they know the demographic.
Oh man.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it might be time to wrap up episode 1 of the Skiddy and Kelu Show. I've had a great time. I hope you have as well.
tremendous.
Yes.
This
Hopefully
has been a great first
a
episode.
precursor of what is to come. What I think at the end of every episode we should say something to kind of like reward the people that watch it. Like we'll say something really specific. Like tell them to comment something really kind of just to prove that they stuck the whole way through. You know what? We'll
Okay,
say if you watched
let's see.
the
What do we
entire
got?
episode, comment John Carlyle's Equatorial Guinean Vacation. And let's confuse the hell out of anyone else that did not watch it. So, John Carlyle's International Equatorial Vacation. Alright.
You know where to write it.